together. And I really treasure those moments because for 4 hours uninterrupted, we can talk about the game that we played. So thank you. It's really my honor to be bestowed this award. Last year was a year full of memories, but one memory stands out in my mind, and that was September 2, 2023, right next door. Philippines played China, and after the players were introduced, the coach was introduced, and I was roundly booed by my own home crowd. The best, darkest moment in my professional career. And remind me, yes, I'm used to it, but when I look behind me to where my family was seated, my wife and my daughter, they were in near tears. I thought at the time that I had enough of coaching, that I didn't deserve everything that had happened so far. But apparently God had other plans. I'm thankful to our management, was MVP, for continuing to give me the opportunity and their trust. And now we're here. Who would have thought, right? The very first time I received this award was 2002. And people ask me what's the difference between then and now. And I say, it's the hair. I had jet black hair then, and now no more. It's all white. But it's always special. Every award, every year, every season is special. And through it all, I just want to share the 3 most important things that I've learned in my more than 30 years of coaching. The first is that it's not about me, but it's about we. And I'm very happy that I have some of my players here, Brandon, Calvin, Ronde, the manager Jojo, Chairman Ricky Vargas. Because what the Coach of the Year award represents is not individual success, but really team success. I wouldn't be standing here if our team didn't do well. It's not about me, it's just about me. The second lesson I learned is that we're only as good as our last championship. That we have to be grateful and treasure every moment that we have. Success is never final, failure is never fatal. And I learned that at that fateful night in 2023 when I thought I was done coaching. Finally, I always tell my players, putting in the effort, doing extra sprints, running extra laps, being dedicated, being disciplined, is hard. But so is losing. Being unprepared, failing, that's hard as well. And so I always tell my players, choose your heart. And that's the final insight that I wanted to share with everyone. Everything that's going on around us. We all know how difficult things are, our economy, politics, our government. Things are hard. But still, we all have the opportunity to be here, gathered together as a community, this wonderful venue. In spite of all the hardships and the adversity, we have so much to be grateful for. And I think that is on that note that I want to end by saying how grateful I am for this opportunity. Thank you to the PBA Press Corps. Tumanda na tayo magkakasama dito. Tito, Noli, tumayo ka pa dyan. Kita-kita mo na yung ano mo na. Fidel, we all grew up here in this league. There's so much to be thankful for. There's so much to be grateful for. But I cannot end without mentioning my family, my wife Cherry, my son Josh, my friends, my good friend, my son Ice, and their wives, Alay and Mabel, and most especially these 3 makukulit kids in front, my grandchildren, Calista, Halen, and Kyle, truly the apple of my eye. Hopefully, this serves as an inspiration for them. But of all of them who have helped me, special mention to my son Josh, our chief assistant. He has really been very instrumental in molding and preparing this team to achieve what we have achieved last year, and hopefully we can continue to achieve more. Maraming salamat. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Mabuhay tayo lahat. Salamat.